everyone, I am Valérie EDVIGE. I am happy to make my first post on YouTube with you as a patriot of freedom. Through video or images, I will be there to enlighten you on what is happening with an objective opinion, and not be a part of any political party nor conflicts of interest. The pure truth. Today we will talk about our fundamental rights. Indeed, every Occidental country has a charter or constitution that governs our rights, duty, and freedom. In some aspects, they may differ, but they also have a lot in common, like the freedom of expression, of the press, to move, to choose to be medically treated, or to demonstrate. I have selected for you 3 countries because, unfortunately, I had to make a choice. France, Canada, United States. Because it's true, our freedom are not a privilege that can be granted to some, but a fundamental right that cements a nation and its citizens. We will see a second video on the Charter of Rights and Freedom. A former Canadian Prime Minister will explain the fundamental principles.
Brian Petford. Brian is the only fathers of our Charter of Rights that is still alive, still with us. And Brian was one of the premier. He was at that time premier of Newfoundland and part of the negotiation. Can you go on with the charter and,
yes,
and the details in the charter?
So I make 4 points for you to help on that. First principle is this. Every Canadian must know that the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is the supreme law of Canada as it affects individual rights and freedoms. It is the supreme law. Every bylaw in every municipal council, every law in every provincial legislature, every law in the federal parliament is subservient to the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Number 2, I want to say, is that the first words in our charter is not section 1. It is, whereas this country is founded on the principles of the supremacy of God and the rule of law. Now, 2 more points. Here are the main parts of the charter which apply to you and me and to individuals all across Canada. Okay. Section 2, which is freedoms. The freedom of conscience, the freedom of religion, the freedom of expression, the freedom of thought,
freedom to travel,
freedom of the press, okay, in section 2. Also in section 2 is the freedom to assemble, like you were doing in Manitoba.
Yeah,
right? Freedom to associate, as you were doing in Manitoba,
yeah,
as a citizen of Canada when they arrested you. Section 6 says the freedom to travel anywhere in Canada or leave Canada. Like you and I now can't travel as part of your work as a leader of a political party. You can't go everywhere in Canada because you're denied the same rights as other Canadians because you've chosen a certain course of medical ethics, and now you're stopped from doing that. That's violating that section 6. Then there's section 7, which is every Canadian has the right to life, liberty, and the security of the person. Security of the person, like I said in my speeches in the last few days, means you cannot touch my body unless I agree. Autonomy of the individual, security of the person.